A mysterious message, written and read by Louise Bontans. We are spending our vacation in Normandy, in France. It is a region of the country we are not familiar with. As winter gives way to spring, mountain biking through the lush green landscape filled with a gentle sense of the countryside and surrounding woods is delightful. From the trail at the edge of the forest, about a kilometer from the entrance to a charming village with typical half-timbered houses, we spot it. It stands below a meadow, at the end of a dirt path. I come to a sudden halt, captivated more by the atmosphere of the place than by the building itself, which is clearly abandoned given its pitiful condition. Matthias does not immediately notice that I'm no longer following him. The call of the swallows, heralding nature's renewal, like the heady woody scents, no longer exist. The gentle rustling of the wind in the trees carries the call to me from the house once painted white. I listen, but I struggle to hear it. Why try to draw me in like this? A jogger in his 50s approaches us. Seeing me frozen in place, he stops near my husband, who is surprised by my unusual behavior. Your wife shouldn't stay there. Oh, really? Why? Before disappearing into the woods as suddenly as he had appeared, the man tells us that the place has been cursed ever since a child went missing 20 years ago. He was never found. No one ever found out what happened to him. The parents moved away. The house never sold. Imagine. The story was in every newspaper. That very evening, we search online. We find it. The child was playing in the garden of the house while the young babysitter was watching TV. She did not see him disappear. The kidnapping theory was the leading one. This is going to sound crazy, Matthias, but that house spoke to me. And the strangest thing is this sense of well-being that washed over me. I know it came from the house. It's true that I felt something myself, he admits. We drive back to see it the next day. The dirt road leading there is lined with meadows bursting with vibrant colors of newly bloomed flowers. The forest on the hillside above watches over the property with benevolence. As we get out of the car in front of the house, we notice the unobstructed view of the surrounding countryside with its fields, natural hedges, and wooded areas. The place is soothing. We stare at the house, which seems to be watching us. My breathing quickens. It speaks to me again. A phone number is written on the for sale sign. We jot it down. Then we notice the magnificent wild rose bush bursting with freshly opened roses to the right of the building. For me, it is a calling, and for Matthias, it is love at first sight. We wanted to change our lives, and this house is begging us to make our dream come true. The sale goes through quickly, and so do the renovations. The walls keep screaming something at me, and I feel that our happiness depends on understanding those screams. The wild rose bush is diseased. We have to pull it out. Matthias nearly falls into a deep hole. We clear it by removing the rose bush completely. We discover a well. It is not mentioned on the land registry maps. My heart is pounding. I go get the flashlight. The well is dry. A small figure takes shape at the bottom. We call the police. The next day, the remains of the little body are brought up. Then we find ourselves alone again in our home. At dusk, as I gaze at the soothing countryside landscape, the silhouette of a little blond boy forms before me, then watches me from our garden. I recognize the pretty face that was widely published in newspapers at the time. I call Matthias over to me. The child waves goodbye to us. We wave back. He turns his back on us, then walks away, and we lose sight of him at the far end of the garden, near the gate. A week later, The little body was returned to his family. That same day, I find out I am 2 months pregnant with our first child. That call was not a coincidence. Only a mother-to-be could free his soul from eternal wandering. It was his choice, because it was not the walls of the house trying to speak to me. It was the child himself. That is what I finally came to understand. Today, this house once again shelters the family's happiness under its newly renovated roof. Life and well-being have returned to it.